If you're running paid ads, marketing your business, and looking to grow, and things just aren't working the way that you want them to, I want to show you in this video a few things that you should probably take a look at. And it's usually because you don't have a brand. And that's one big thing that a lot of people are missing out on. So let's get right into it. So your ads aren't working because ads fall flat without brand recognition. No matter how clever the ads are, no matter how amazing your offer is, you're going to start to fall off eventually, and that performance isn't going to even carry through on the back end. Wasting budget on cold traffic ads is a big mistake that I see people do a lot of the times. And while yes, you can get a lot of traction with the very simple cold traffic ads, if you're trying to build a successful business in the back end that isn't reliant on just paid advertising, having a brand is really, really useful. The first part that I want to talk about is ads work better when people know you. If you have an unknown brand and people just don't know who you are, there's low trust and high resistance. And nowadays, building trust and having a strong foundation of trust is one of the biggest benefits that you can have against your competition and to get higher success inside of your marketing strategies. Recognition builds and creates comfort, which is super important. And when you do have an established brand, you've got that higher trust and lower resistance to make a sale, even if it's a low ticket sale on the front end. The core idea is that people don't buy from ads, they buy from a brand, they buy from a person. 71% of people that have brand recall have a higher purchase intent with brand recognition. And consumers will actually pay a 38% price premium when they trust the brand and there's no like and trust built into everything. And the conversion rate can be up to 4 times higher on your landing pages, on your offer, etc., when they have familiarity with your brand. And this isn't just something that I'm making up. This is something that so many celebrities and well-known people use. People like Ryan Reynolds with Aviation Gin and with Mint Mobile. You see how rapidly Mint Mobile grew when he started running a lot of the ads and doing a lot of the advertising. The Rock has started tons of different side companies, his energy drink brand, his skincare brand, and much more. And then a really big one is Kylie Jenner with Kylie Jenner Cosmetics. She was famous well before starting cosmetics in her company, and she started it and it blew up because of how well known she was. And familiarity converts. If you have recognition, trust, and loyalty, you're going to get higher conversions. Now, this isn't something that can just be built overnight, and it takes a little bit of time. And I'm not saying that you should have a massive brand before you start advertising. I think that's another mistake on the other side of the spectrum, is people posting content day in, day out, waiting a whole year and saying, oh, I'm going to figure this thing out on organic, and then I'm going to go on paid ads. It's a bad idea because someone that moves faster than you, someone that is willing to take on a little bit more risk, is going to win quicker and scale faster than you will because you're worrying too much about the organic side. It's about having a balance, not about picking one and going all in on one. So what we like to do inside of our ads is build branding and build instant trust. We do that by getting familiarity into our ads at the top of funnel, building trust throughout that process, and driving those people to conversion. So I'm going to keep going through some of these points, and I'm also going to show you a strategy in the Ads Manager that you can use and that you can set up today to pair with your conversion campaigns to drive instant trust, familiarity, and so you can get higher conversions. So how do we go about building really strong trust so we can increase conversions without having to post tons of content? It's all about making a pre-sale engine. And it's really just through 4 phases, and you can pick and choose and adjust some of these mediums, but this is a way that I would recommend to build this out. And you can swap some of these out pretty easily. So you have your core pillar piece of content. For me, that's YouTube. I film longer form YouTube videos that are super valuable, all for free, and I pull a lot of my other content from there. So I really am only making one piece of pillar content a week, which is easy for me to do. I'll then take that core piece of content, spin it off into some email marketing, social media posts, and then some ads on top of everything. All of those things are all working together. So when someone does see my ad, and if they click on an Instagram post, the same thing is being shown in different ways, and I'm handling different objections for them. And it's a really simple way to set this thing up where you're not slaving over making content. And it's not something where you need to have 6 months of content built up in the back end before you start pushing your paid ads and really, really scaling. What's so great about all this is if you have a better brand, you're going to have better metrics inside your paid advertising. You're going to have a higher relevance score. Facebook is most likely going to reward you with lower CPMs. You'll have increased click-through rates and more reach for less money. Not to mention the conversion side of things, that if someone sees your content, sees your ad, sees your content, vice versa, and they go through everything that you're posting and putting up there and nurturing them through, you're going to have a really much higher conversion rate. So let's get into the setup of how I actually like to set up this branding inside of the ads manager. And it's overall super simple. So we're going to start with a campaign that's optimized around engagement. And we'll go ahead and hit continue, manual engagement campaign. And what we're actually going to be optimizing for is on the ad itself and either video views or post engagement. We really just want people to watch or engage with whatever the post is. So what I like to do is I like to take my YouTube content, clip it up, put it on Instagram, or just have organic content on Instagram like pictures, etc. Or you can film specific ads to get people to engage with your brand and to build that know, like, and trust. After that point, it's all pretty simple. You're just retargeting a very specific group of people, whether that's people that have seen your ads, seen and liked your ads, opted in, etc. Easy way to set that up is as you're scrolling down here, I'd recommend using the original audience options. You'll make a new custom audience. You can retarget people that have engaged with your Instagram account, people that have engaged with your Facebook page, which will have your ads in there, people that have engaged with a video, lead form, etc. Set that up, retarget those people. I'd recommend keeping it to around a 30-day timeline. So anyone that's engaged with your stuff for the past 30 days is who I would go after. And then what I like to set up actually is this at the campaign level, super cheap budget a day. You don't need anything crazy. And then 4 ads to build know, like, and trust. Each ad is going to really hit a different objection. And what this does is that it'll ideally force people through to watch each ad at least one time. And the goal is to have the frequency pretty high. Like you want to have a frequency of between 2 to 4 on a daily basis, or even higher if you can. You'll see like our frequency today is 2.7. For the past week, it's like a 21 frequency. And that's what we want. We want people seeing our stuff over and over and over again. The more videos, the more content you have, the more you can cycle people all the way through. And what this does is it builds know, like, and trust. People start to understand your brand, see who you are, see your face a few times. And then when they see a conversion ad or they see your content and you're posting a CTA, they've seen you a few times before. This is a really easy setup. This is a very easy way to take your ads and your ad results to the next level, to reduce CPMs and improve your conversions. I hope you enjoyed it. If you got everything you needed from this video, go ahead and give me a like and a comment. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next one.